Trump is tanking US tourism, absolutely tanking it.
The U.S. is tracking a big drop in tourism from around the world. Take a look at this. Travel from Canada and Mexico was down double digits in March. We're also seeing fewer visitors from Western Europe, Central and South Asia, South America, I should say.
Stunning images of near-empty passenger planes are popping up on social media. These international flights have many tourists flying to the U.S.A. practically alone. Shauna Massengill flew from London to Chicago. Look, barely anyone on board.
There was nobody there. There was nobody in my row. It was really shocking. I've never been on a flight like that.
Catastrophic and unprecedented $12.5 billion loss for tourism. You heard me correctly.
Just out of curiosity, where are all the Florida people at? Like, are you in Florida?
The America First policy that the Trump administration has been implementing is killing foreign tourism to the United States.
All right, we're in Vegas. This is supposed to be the city that never sleeps, but there's like literally no one around here at all. And on all of our walks pretty much tonight, we've seen nobody.
So United States tourism is plummeting in the billions of dollars, that is. And you know how folks often tell international communities how much they need our tourism dollars? A lot of Americans forget that their own cities thrive off of tourism. In 2023 alone, the United States travel and tourism market contributed to $2.36 trillion. And the cities and states that rely heavily on hotel taxes, sales taxes, and other tourism-related fees, less tourism for you means less funding in education, transit, and infrastructure in your city or state.
You guys know that they're laying people off in Vegas at the casinos. You know why? It's a tourist place. They survive off the tourists. And if the tourists aren't coming here, our tourist spots are going to decline, affecting our economy. Just want to throw that out there. And I just heard that J.D. Vance decided to tell people about the FIFA soccer thing to get the book out when they're done.
Well, folks, here's the truth. Donald Trump's policies didn't just close our borders. They wrecked our economy. Tourism to the United States is down 61%. That means empty hotels, shuttered restaurants, and millions of jobs lost in cities like Las Vegas, New York, Miami, and right here at home. Why? Because Trump made America unwelcoming.
The United States is seeing a huge dramatic drop in international visitors.
Because who the hell wants to go on holiday in Gilead? Who wants to go on holiday in Gilead, please? Because I don't. Red is not my colour. It's not. Every other day there's a horror story about someone who has tried to travel to the USA. Every single day. Stopped in the airport, can't get through, held up for hours, being questioned, having their phones looked through, having their emails looked through, having their social media looked through. Why would anybody want to pay for that? Especially when the whole world is there.
Yet again, we're going to be talking about America and how tourists or tourism sector has been hit so hard by the Trump's policies. Guys, no one is visiting America right now. There's a lot on the street. The places are empty. Las Vegas is empty. Florida is empty. California is empty. And tourism sector is the ones that brings a lot of money, builds the economy of a country. It has been hit so hard. And guys, whoever thought that America, because we are made to believe that America is the greatest country, and America is a country where most of dreams are made to come true. I believed that the green, if you want to get your life back to where it was before, like an insurance, you have to go to America. And now America has turned upside down. It's no longer the America where everyone would wish to go running there, because even the tourist sector, the people who used to visit America, the Canadians who used to visit America, they're no longer going to America. So the business with whatever that has been happening, a lot of unemployment that has occurred, a lot of boycotts, a lot of layoffs, guys, and all the market war that we have been experiencing. America is at the verge because it's 61%. It means that there's no money generated in America through tourists right now. 61% is big and big and big and big. You understand? And we all know that most of the people of America, they work so hard to make sure that they have all the social services they need. They think MAGA went out and voted for that. You know, they voted against the Obama healthcare. They voted against the DIE. They voted against everything that would have favored them. But you can see the countries like Canada, the European countries like Australia and Australia. You know how how government favors its people, its citizen. It's no longer happening in America. So guys, there are videos that I have compiled for you. I just want you to watch, and thank you for coming back to my YouTube channel. I'm called Irene So Eater. Kindly hit the subscription button, put on the notification button so that you get notified each and every time I upload a new video. Guys, this is what is really happening. I don't know how people are coping up, and if the things that are supposed to generate revenue to a country and they're cut short, how about the people who are living in that country? How are they surviving? You understand? It's really hard. But this is something that was brought by the MAGA supporters, the Trump supporters. They truly believed in him. They went out there and voted for him. I just hope that they're saying exactly what they put on onto other people, you know. Anyway, they had to vote and they did it, and we cannot reverse. We're gonna wait for the next election if MAGA still will want to vote for Trump. So guys, watch this video to the end. Let me see you down below in the comment section. Let us have an interaction down there in the comment section, and let me know how you think about the 61% fall off.
Foreign tourists are increasingly setting their sights elsewhere. Let's take a look at international tourism by the numbers. Following tariff announcements against our neighbor to the north, flight reservations from Canada to the U.S. are down 70% through September compared to last year. That's according to OAG Aviation Worldwide. Plus, U.S. summer bookings by European tourists have fallen by 25%.
Gee, I wonder why. I feel like pretty much we're like that one crazy neighbor on the street, and then everyone else on that street does not like us. Yeah, that's the orange guy in the office. It's like, you know, when you jokingly threaten to take over other countries, such as Canada and Greenland, and then also the Panama Canal, people are not going to take it lightly. Also, when you decide to try to tariff everyone, people are not going to be happy about that. And with tourism pretty much taking a hit in this country, the entire hospitality industry is going to feel it. Along with the potential of that 245% tariff on China, that hospitality industry is going to take a hit, because I'm pretty sure a lot of stuff that they use in the hotels and in the casinos and like pretty much anywhere, a lot of it probably comes from China. So those independently owned hotels, restaurants, and anything else that involves tourism are probably going to suffer the most. And in the large corporations, the employees are probably going to be the ones that feel it, because they probably get laid off, while the executives at those huge chains will probably still get their bonuses. And unemployment will probably go up because of this as well. You see how everything kind of causes a ripple effect?
Catastrophic and unprecedented $12.5 billion loss for tourism. You heard me correctly. $12.5 billion loss just in 2025. This is going to be catastrophic for the United States of American tourism. People are not coming for business travel. They are not coming for conventions. They are not coming here for vacation. They are not coming here because of the trade war, because we are now actually on a national human rights watch list. You heard me correctly. For the first time ever, the United States of America is a danger to human rights. States like Florida, California, Nevada, specifically Las Vegas, and other major tourist cities are going to suffer devastating consequences. Have you changed your plans to travel for work, personal, or business to the United States or in between states? This is going to be an economic disaster we may never recover from.
Hey, it's Joe from Georgia. So tourism season is upon us. And I can tell you what the United States is seeing. The United States is seeing a huge dramatic drop in international visitors to the United States. Now, those visitors contribute millions to billions of dollars of tourism dollars all across the United States, and specifically heavily in Florida, because everybody undoubtedly in Europe thinks that Florida is that Disneyland is the greatest place in the world to go. I don't understand that, but Florida's getting hammered on the tourism end, but it's also across the entire United States. Now, 18 million jobs are in the tourism industry. And when you're starting to lose billions of dollars, what you're going to do is you're going to lose jobs, you're going to lose revenues for small businesses, you're going to lose hotel motel taxes that support some things in local government. So the real deal is here. The world doesn't want to come to the United States, which has always been one of the top tourist destinations in the world. We're going to lose that title this year, and we know who we can owe that to. Congratulations on reducing the income for businesses that rely on tourism.
It turns out foreign visitors are shunning the United States. We're seeing an increasing number of international travelers choose to go elsewhere. Fresh research from Oxford Economics estimates that the U.S. is going to see an $8.5 billion drop-off in spending from foreign visitors this year. And some estimates are even more staggering. You've got the World Travel and Tourism Organization estimating a $12.5 billion drop-off in spending this year. And we're already seeing it show up in the numbers. When you look at flight bookings to the United States between May and July, they're off more than 10%.
Another day, another way that Donald Trump is actively making life worse for the very people who voted for him, this time in Florida. Mother Jones has a story on how Canadians, they don't want to travel to the U.S. right now. I mean, shocker, Donald Trump has done everything he can to alienate our neighbor Canada. Why would Canadians want to spend their money in the U.S.? Our president has threatened to invade them. Trump's illegal tariffs are hurting their economy. Tourists are being snatched up by ICE and detained for days and weeks. There have been tourists from multiple countries across Europe, as well as Canada, who have been abducted by ICE and held for long periods. For no reason at all. Why would you want to vacation somewhere where the American Gestapo might snatch you up? Where the leader of that country has threatened to invade your homeland? And I was actually surprised by this Mother Jones article, despite the fact that my parents lived for many years in Fort Myers. I wasn't really aware of how much Canadians are vital to the economy of Florida. In Orlando, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis brushed off reports that Canadians are increasingly not visiting the Sunshine State. As evidence, DeSantis cited his family's recent trip to Legoland, where he claimed that 80% of the people who were there were Canadians. Yeah, okay, bro, we believe you. So Canadians are the largest proportion, nearly 28% of all international travelers visiting Florida. And according to the Canadian Embassy, Canadians also comprise the largest number of international visitors to the entire U.S.
The America First policy that the Trump administration has been implementing is killing foreign tourism to the United States. We are just now learning about an incident that happened mid-March where 2 German teenagers arrived in Hawaii and were strip searched and detained overnight in the latest example of U.S. border officials treating tourists harshly. These 2 German women were 18 and 19 years old when they landed in Honolulu on March 18th and aroused suspicions because they did not have accommodations booked for their entire 5-week trip. The 2 women were accused of intending to work illegally in the United States and were allegedly strip searched and subjected to full body scans, then dressed in green prison uniforms while they were held in a deportation holding center. The pair requested to be deported to Japan rather than Germany, so that's where they were sent. The pair did have U.S.A. travel authorization. This incident prompted Germany's Foreign Office to issue a reminder to citizens that even with U.S.A. travel authorization, entry into the United States is not guaranteed. This incident and others like it has foreigners planning to travel to the United States having second thoughts. Many have changed their plans. Some are in protest of the Trump administration. The Research for Tourism Economics now sees a 5.1% decline in visits to the United States from foreign tourists.
Well, folks, here's the truth. Donald Trump's policies didn't just close our borders, they wrecked our economy. Tourism to the United States is down 61%. That means empty hotels, shuttered restaurants, and millions of jobs lost in cities like Las Vegas, New York, Miami, and right here at home. Why? Because Trump made America unwelcoming. His trade wars, his anti-immigration rhetoric, his fear-based policies drove tourists and businesses away. While Europe and Asia recovered, we fell behind.
While MAGA diehards keep chanting, "We don't care," every time someone points out the cost of Donald Trump's policies, international tourists are quietly delivering the one response that matters in Trump's America, which is they're not coming to the United States for vacations. We have new data now from the World Travel and Tourism Council. The U.S. is on track to lose over $12 billion in international travel spending this year. That's a decline of 7%. It's not because suddenly the sand on the beaches is no good. It's not because the theme parks got rid of everybody's favorite ride. It's because the rest of the world sees what the United States under Donald Trump has become: expensive, hostile, and unstable.
I have been talking about how tourism was going to be impacted because of the boycotts from the international travelers and the lack of funds here in America because of all of the layoffs, the funds cutting, people just not having enough money because of tariffs. There are so many things going on in America right now. People not wanting to fly because they're cutting the FAA workers and it's not really safe to particularly fly. There are so many reasons why people are not going to be traveling. Las Vegas also has its own issues with resorts fees and raising the cost of food to exorbitant prices. It's like they are catering to like really wealthy people. So here in Las Vegas, we are actually, because I'm here, feeling the impact of the tourism slump. And so this article from 2 days ago says, Las Vegas casino dealers face layoffs amid tourism slump. Las Vegas, a city famous for its neon lights, packed casinos, and high-stakes thrills, faces a quieter reality. A recent slowdown in tourism is hitting the Strip hard, and it's the casino dealers who are feeling the brunt of it. Several major resorts and hotels have quietly started laying off workers, many of them table game dealers, as foot traffic on casino floors declines.